Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Reese. This is their part number DB593DP. This is basically what they call a door shoe. It's a door bottom. Generally, door sweeps are items that don't attach in such a way that they incorporate an element on the face of the door and something underneath the door at the same time, and then possibly another face of the door. So a door bottom, a door shoe would be really good. I'd call this a door bottom. This is something that will be installed at the door bottom, a bottom of the door. A door shoe, I'm really thinking something that will encapsulate the bottom of the door. Even though this does do that partially, I would reserve door shoe for a U-shaped. And a door sweep is going to be something surface mounted generally. Now this item is fairly garden variety, except that it's kind of not, in the sense that, what do you use it for? Well, it'd be something that will give you the ability to attach a door bottom to the bottom of your door and seal off the bottom. But why a DB door bottom 593? Why this one? Well, before we talk about that, let's cover the basic dimensional properties of the item. There is an image down below showing that this is 1.25 inches. The aluminum itself, it looks like it's a little bit heavier than 1.25 inches. The width of this is 1 3/16, and that's of note. We'll talk about why. Then it's 3/8 from the bottom of the shoe down to the bottom of the pile. 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so where exactly might you consider using this door bottom? Let's talk about that now.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
So why the DB593? Well, this client needed one really important instance and one really important instance. They needed two important things to happen at the same time. So the client immediately said, hey, I need to put something on the bottom of the door, and it can't scratch the floor at all. Okay. Well, bottom of the door, constant contact with the floor, I'm thinking. Bottom of the door, possibly constant contact. Why that's the case, I'm really not sure, because this is probably sitting over a sill or a threshold, but I'm obviously missing part of the total scenario. It can't scratch the floor. Okay, great. And I've got 3/8 of an inch that I need to fill. Client was looking at a vinyl insert in this same type of extrusion, which would be like a bubble insert, a fingered vinyl insert. Much greater than 3/8 of an inch, and I really couldn't feel comfortable that it wasn't going to give the client the sort of anti-scratch that they were looking for. And really the best product for that insert would be pile. This is not nylon brush, this is not bristle, this is pile. It's very soft, and you're going to see it in the edge of aluminum storefront doors, and actually at the bottom of doors as well, very commonly. The reason that it's effective is because it is soft, meaning it doesn't present a lot of resistance to closing devices, and it's known to be very effective at keeping insects out. They land on this and they don't like to land on it, so that's really effective in that regard. And then the other item was the 3/8. It just was a tight gap to fit in. The vinyl was never going to work. The 3/8 was perfect. The pile was perfect. The client literally wanted something L-shaped, and it would be neat if the kicker was they had an unusual door thickness, because L-shaped units are really good for unusual thickness doors, which is going to mean 1 3/8, maybe 2 1/4, something else, where you can't get a U-shaped bottom because you have an unusual door thickness, which almost all of them are made for 1 3/4. Now the question is, what side do you put the screws on? Well, I'd put them on the inside. I don't necessarily want to see screws on the inside of the house, but I definitely don't want to pierce into my door with a ferrous base fastener where moisture can just penetrate that. So I'd be putting this on the outside. And before we move on, speaking of fasteners and a complementary finish are included. Let's move on to the screen view, where we can take a closer look at all the supporting information.
If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video.
Okay, here is the item that we are looking at, the DB593DP. All of this means something. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Extended description information, profile of what it looks like. This is the installation instructions. It basically means measure twice and cut once. What you're going to have to do on this is, depending on where you install it, if it's an in-swing or out-swing, you may have to notch the face of the unit. Let's take a look at some photographs that we have of it. That's a blurry cross-section. Notching the face of the unit, if this was coming in contact with the stops on the frame, you might have to cut that back a little bit. Nice image showing their dark bronze. It's a warmer, lighter dark bronze than you'll see from other manufacturers. So if you're actually matching an oil rubbed bronze like a 613 finish on hardware, Reese would be what you'd want. Showing the other side, obviously some dust on that extrusion from the factory. Showing the two pieces of pile. Now what I would do is, once I got it installed, I might punch that and crimp that slightly just to keep the insert from sliding. I've had customers call and say, oh, it's damaged. Well, where's it damaged? Well, on the bottom. I says, do you ever see it? No. I says, do you know why it looks damaged? It's because it's been crimped or peened. Otherwise your insert's going to slide. The underside showing what the two rows of pile look like, and then a little better view on that. When you're replacing this material, it's the width of the rigid backer and then the projection of the pile. Now, there is a link here to the manufacturer's page on our site where you can pull up not only all of the Reese products that we sell by means of just scrolling. There's many thousands of Reese products. A really good way to navigate if you're not sure is just to fire up the product catalog, and we can do that here. Control F, find function for DB593, and we're going to get there. Now, you see a DB593AF. This is where the customer started. 1/2 inch, no good. Vinyl, not great to be smooth over a polished floor, which is actually what it was. But let's keep searching. Aha, DB593 with a P. P means pile. That V, or the F, actually means vinyl that has a finger profile to it rather than smooth. This is actually not vinyl anyway. But we can get here to see our DB593s. A, C, D, P, G, mill aluminum, clear anodized aluminum, dark bronze aluminum, gold anodized aluminum. And there you go. Oh, it's right here. Forgive me. The rest of this catalog is really nice because you'll be able to view all of the door bottom solutions from Reese. And one really nice thing to know about them is that they champion the use of polyurethane. Polyurethane is exceptionally robust when it comes to tear resistance, abrasion resistance, unaffected by ultraviolet. So if you're looking for a product that is the most durable in many instances, like a food processing plant where mildew and fungus will not grow on it, you're going to want Reese. You're going to want their polyurethane. Abrasion resistance is off the charts. And here's polyurethane. Let's wrap up this video on camera.
If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video.
Okay, so that's the Reese DB593, the different finishes, the different inserts. I am a unapologetic fan of Reese, and it's because they have a very high quality product. They have a very fair price. They have exceptional technical support and customer service, and in fact that person's generally the one and the same. You don't have to get past customer service for tech support. And they have the industry fastest shipping times of any manufacturer of weather stripping, period. As long as you get over their factory minimum, they will drop ship quicker than anyone else. Their extrusions are usually thicker, so it'll feel heavier. And they've got that polyurethane. They've got STC rated material, which you can look at in the catalog. And while they don't have the most pages in a catalog, they sure have all the basics covered very, very well. And they do some thermal break material. They also do, hardware compatible material. They're also going to allow you interlocking weather stripping, which a lot of people don't use. So take a look at their catalog. Any questions on the DB593 or any other Reese product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.
Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.